I honestly thought about wearing a tuxedo doing this review, and then I thought about how much a tuxedo costs and was like, you know what? This gray shirt looks just fine. What's going on, everybody? It's the Granddad Woolly, and you are here again for another edition of Woolly Reviews. Now, usually I would say hip-hop data, but not today because we have an R&B soul album review, the first of the show, so it's more like R&B/soul data. Okay, I didn't think that one through, but that's what it is today, and we're going to be talking about the new album from Mayor Hawthorne and Jake One's new group that they formed together. We're going to talk about the group and the album of the same name, Tuxedo. Now, Tuxedo, like I said, is the group between singer/rapper/songwriter/producer/anything else he decides he wants to fucking do, Mayor Hawthorne, and legendary hip-hop producer Jake One, who is now dipping into other forms of music, apparently, especially with this album. Now, for those who aren't familiar with either one, I'll give you a quick background. Mayor Hawthorne, like I said, is mostly a singer. He started off as a rapper, but then he signed to Stone Throw Records, where he ended up actually putting out more R&B sing songs, and they actually took off, and he actually ended up signing a record deal with Universal Republic a few years down the line. And Jake One is one of the most known hip-hop producers in the game. He's worked from everybody from G-Unit to De La Soul to Doom to Brother Ali, and had his own album actually released on Rhyme Stage a few years back called White Van Music, which is a really dope album. You should check that one out. And, you know, he's just been putting in work for many, many years. So now these two have come together and joined this group Tuxedo, and they are bringing a real old school 80s R&B soul vibe that we have not heard in quite some time. And I have to say, it's very, very refreshing to hear some albums coming out like this, especially on the R&B soul tip, because this is music that just is, it's timeless. So let's talk about the shit, and I'll tell you fucking why. Now, when you first put on the Tuxedo album, the first thing that you first initially do is you just start fucking moving and dancing. The shit is fucking dope. The sound that they use is really, really, really like to the T close to that old school funk 80s R&B soul vibe, something like, you know, the Whispers and, you know, the Kool and the Gang and even some early Michael Jackson stuff. That's what that sound is, and it's amazing that this is coming from Jake One, because Jake One is known for making these hard, gritty hip-hop bangers, and for him to just completely flip the coin and make not only R&B soul music, but very good, very, very good R&B soul music, it's amazing. And I got a newfound respect for this guy, because I never knew he could be able to flip music so well and so tight and cohesively like he did with this project. Every track on here, as far as instrumentally, is amazing. I could not stop fucking dancing and vibing out and grooving. Jake One had me moving. I was doing damn cardio just because I couldn't stop moving. Every track from 1 to 12, there's 12 tracks, is just a certified like hit. Like, you have to play this album, and the sound of it, this is an album that you can put on and just play the whole goddamn thing just based off the music and just be grooving out and vibing out, and it just takes you back to those good old times with the whole R&B soul vibe. And it's just an amazing feat that he has accomplished, knowing that Jake One has done this from making music from all these other crazy hip-hop acts to doing an album like this. So big up to Jake One. Now, when it comes to Mayor Hawthorne, I never was a big, huge Mayor Hawthorne fan. I never really got into him. I'm not saying a fan, but this album made me a fan of Mayor Hawthorne 100%. The way that this guy sings over these records and these beats and these melodies is amazing. Like, he really just, you wouldn't even know that that was Mayor Hawthorne. You would think the way that this guy is singing, that this album came out 20 years ago and you found it in a record bin somewhere, and you know it was just a lost gem. But this is 2015 and he's making this great R&B soul music. He's got these ballads, he's got these up-tempo joints, and the way that he just, you know, rides so smooth over Jake One's production is just amazing. Like, every track is just, you get so lost into it and so encompassed in Mayor Hawthorne's sound and his voice and the way he's singing. You kind of want to feel like you want to be Mayor Hawthorne for a second. You want to be a singer. I wanted to quit rapping and become a singer, because that motherfucker was just making me just like vibe out and groove out, and it was just so dope. And it's amazing that these two came together and made this group and made this album, because it's just so left field on all aspects. Like, Mayor Hawthorne and Jake One making an album like this, and it's sitting there in the same realm as groups like, you know, like I said, you know, the Whispers and Kool and the Gang and, you know, the Temptations, all those 80s, you know, soul, funk, you know, R&B groups that were just so prominent. And then, you know, over 20 years later, nearly 30, they are encompassing that and doing it damn near perfectly. I can't even like give you a breakdown of every fucking record, because like I spend all day on each record, but basically it's 12 tracks, and from start to finish, this is a damn near, no, I'm not gonna say this is a perfect album. This is one of the best R&B soul albums I've heard of like this generation recently. Probably in the few, probably ever since like unless I'm going back and listening to the actual 80s R&B soul stuff. No lie, this shit is fucking amazing, and it's infectious, and you just can't not like this album. If you like old school R&B, you are gonna love this fucking album. You are gonna fuck with the Tux. I'm telling you, because these guys have just killed it. I would say, hey, here's my top 5 tracks. Fuck a top 5 tracks. Top 12 tracks is the whole damn album. You put the shit on and you hit play and you walk away and listen. That's all you need to fucking do. Because if you skip one song, you're going to be missing out on the gem, because all these songs are gems. And there's also a really good like middle track in the middle. I think it's called Tuxedo Groove, and it's just an instrumental track. Like, goddamn, that's like one of my favorite tracks on it. The whole album I love the whole album, but just the fact that Jake One by himself, without even Mayor Hawthorne being on there, can still encompass that sound that you can just really groove to. It just shows that this group is on all cylinders and clicking on all cylinders. And I think that Tuxedo is a record and a group that just needs to, you know, be shown more and put out more to the forefront, because we need more music like this. And I really hope that this album does very well, and you know, it gets more exposure and more people find out about it, because this is the album that you need to listen to. And it's amazing because, you know, with Mayor Hawthorne being on a major label and, you know, Jake One being affiliated with all these major players, they actually released this on Stone's Throw Records, which is one of the most prominent indie labels that's out right now. And for them to be able to have that creative freedom to make an album like this just shows that Stone's Throw knows what they're doing with, you know, a group like Tuxedo. And I really hope it catapults them to a whole new level. God damn it, man. I fucks with the Tux. I don't even want to break down songs. I'm going to just say, listen to song 1 from the first song. I'll just tell you what songs to listen to. All right. From the very first song, let me pull the shit up so I can just show you. The first song, which is Lost Lover. From that song all the way to song number 12, number 1. Everything from that in between, you got to listen to. That's the whole fucking album. I'm not going to tell you what song I think is the best, because I can't. I can't pick it. I've heard this album over and over again, and I can't skip a record, even if I want to. My finger doesn't want to hit the next button. I feel bad if I do, because I wanted to hear all these songs over and over. And it's not a long record. It's only 12 songs long, but it's a record that you just have to play at least once a day. I'm swear, at least once, minimum 5, but at least once. I said at least once, minimum. You know what I mean. You got to play the shit a lot. So nothing more to say about this album. It's damn near perfect. I love me some old school R&B soul, and Tuxedo just fucking brought it to 2015, and they brought it strong. And I'm gonna be listening to this album damn near probably forever until the next Tuxedo album comes out, which I hope is very soon, because I fucks with the Tux. So my final verdict, I'm not saying that Tuxedo, the group and the album, is a 100% masterpiece of an R&B soul album. The sound of it, the vibe of it, the feel of it, it's like you were in a time machine and you went back to those times where all these groups were out and prominent and making these great records, and they just brought it back to 2015. All I'm saying is that if you were a fan of R&B soul of any kind, especially the old school stuff, you will fall in love with this album from the first record. Once you hear it, the first record pays for the whole goddamn album. And then as you just playing it through, you feel like you're being rewarded extra with the extra records. I got nothing else to say about this album. Ain't a goddamn thing wrong with this shit. This thing is fucking perfect. Mayor Hawthorne, you got a new fan. Jake One, I've always been a fan, but now I got a newfound respect for you. And Tuxedo, I am a lifetime fan of you guys. Keep putting out work. Keep putting out music. I fucks with the Tux all day, every day. I'm going to go buy one just in case you got another album so I can wear one out of respect, all right? So for me, all I got to say is Tuxedo, the group, and the album is 100% Granddad approved. Go buy this album. Don't download it. Don't get it off your homie. No, you go and you spend your money on this, because you will feel bad if you don't, because this shit is worth every penny that you could ever scrounge up to get it if you barely can get it. I'm just saying, I've never been so more satisfied buying an album than this one, and I probably won't, because it just oozes perfection on every level, musically, songwriting wise, subject matter wise, everything. It's goddamn a masterpiece. Tuxedo, good fucking job. Nothing more to say. It's Granddad approved. Flip it. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and drop a comment. Tell me what you think of Tuxedo. If you've heard it, you know damn well what I'm talking about when I say this shit is perfect. If you haven't heard it, you fucking up. Go listen to it now. It's available now everywhere. Get the shit and you will not be disappointed. Previous video is on the side as well as my new music video. Check those out, show them some love. And as always, Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, Instagram. Links in the description below. And subscribe. Button on the screen, button below. Woolly Reviews twice a week. Gaming channel, check that out. New videos up all the time. Nothing more to say. So until next time, I take my leave. Granddaughter, Tuxedo, I fucks with the tux. I'm out of here.